Hello, kiddos. Today I'm going to show you how to do tax on a few items. Sometimes it's really easy. Again, if you pick prices that round or are multiples of 10, most of the time your numbers aren't that bad. Maybe you'll need to round on your tax amount, but for the most part, it's not too bad. So here's the deal. I'm going to buy this at Walker. It's $159.99. So I'm going to go over to my paper copy of the holiday shopping spree. And notice here, so $159.99 goes to $160. I'm going to do the discount of 5%. So we cross out those. Well, 5%, I find 10%, which is 16, and then cut it in half. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I subtract that. Now I have this little decimal point here, and I started doing this, but it would be $152. Okay. Now, $152 to find tax. What I'm going to do is, and you don't necessarily have to write this down, but you have it in your head. You do 1% times 7. Okay. So you do 1% times 7. Well, what's 1% of 152? Would be 1.52. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply that by 7. Now the work I want to show you here is kind of what you do in your head. What's 7 times $1? That's $7. Now, what's 7 times 50 cents? 7 times 5 is 35, but it's not 5, it's 0.5. So it'd be 3.5. And you could also think of it as what's half of 7, okay? And that'd be $3.50 plus, now this is like 2 cents times 7, which would be 14 cents. Can you add all that up in your head? Yeah, and once you have it written down, not that bad. Later on with practice, you could do all this in your head. But it'd be $10.64 for tax, okay? Now, when I add that to the 152, I get 162.64. Now, don't forget, when you're done, you're going to go and you can keep track of what's going on down here on the back. So keep track of your totals, add up as you're going. Okay, so then you're not over budget or too far under budget, and you can pick that fourth present very nicely. Now I'm going to do another one that comes out kind of ugly. Notice that came out nice. There's 2 numbers after the decimal point. Now let's say I really want to go and buy a thing down here that was $85 right here. Stop. Perfect. So this, it's going a little too much. This thing here in the middle, okay? I don't know why I'd want it, but let's say I want to buy this thing, $85. Again, when you take a picture, make sure all of that with the price is in with it. So let's go back over to this document, and you would put a description there, whatever it is. It's $85. Now remember, when it's less than 100, you round to the nearest dollar. So this one is $85, okay? Now for this one too, the 30% is actually pretty nice. You get $25.50. This one, it's kind of ugly. Let me think about this one. 85. If I cut that in half twice, let's do that. So let's do this markup one. We get a weird one. And this one, on all of them, you're going to get slightly different numbers, but they're all kind of similar in the same category. So to find 85 or 25% of 85, I need to cut it in half twice. When I cut it in half once, what's half of 80? What's half of 5? Should get 40 and 2.5, so 42.5. Now we need to cut that in half. Can you do that in half in your head? You bet. That is $21.25. Okay, simple. You can do that in your head. Now, since it's a markup, what do we do with these two prices? We add them together. So 85 plus 20 is 105, plus 1 is 106.25. Okay. Now, when we do that 7% again, you do 1% times 7. So I got to find 1% of this. I move it 1, 2. Now notice this is a long decimal. What we're going to do is forget about those. We're going to round this up. So it would be 1.07. Okay. Again, we round it to 2 decimal places. We're going to round that up. Businesses always round up. When they round down, they lose money. Now, this is super easy. what's 1.07 times 7? Well, what's 7 times $1? $7. Don't worry about times a zero. What's 7 sets of 7 cents? It's tough to say. Well, that would be 49 cents. When we add those two together, we get $7.49. Okay. So here's the deal. We need to add these together. I know those don't add over $1. So what's 106 plus 7? We'd slide 4 to that. So that'd make it 110 plus 3, which is 113. Notice this trick, I'm going to slide a penny over to this. So this is 50 and this is 24. Together, that's 74. Okay. So with tax, that'd be $113.74. And again, you go down to the bottom and put in your total. And with these, whatever this is, add it to that, right? So this is A plus B, that sum. Then your whatever this is going to be, you add those two to get to this total. Okay, so add that amount and that to get your running total. And as you're working, however far away from 400 you are, pick something that's a little less that with tax would get you within 20 bucks. And then you should have a nice, easy answer there. All right, good luck. Again, I'll be here after school, before school, when I'm at school to help you out if you have questions. Good luck.